Hey there! It's been quite a while. Welcome back to Everything's a Project. So I've been keeping busy, been doing a few different things. So right now I have a project and I'm making a few hundred of these guys out of 1-inch diameter stainless steel, 45 cut on one end and square cut on the other. It's trickle down work from a existing shop, and they'd already done part of the process, so they did doubles, and so I'm splitting them in half. I made a fixture to do that, so you load up 4 of these into the fixture, and then my fancy saw, cut them off. And then you put the drops in, flip them, and then cut them again. Eventually I'll be making them from raw material, and I'll get the length closer so it's just one cut instead of wasting and doing 2 cuts. So this is another one of the fixtures. It was originally 3 inches long, and I did the holes drilled. I have a 1-inch reamer, reamed it, but the tubes run a little out, and so I bored them so they're 5 thou over. And then the saw, and I'll show you the saw again to refresh everybody's memory, works great. I split it here and then split it here, and then this one isn't finished yet, but it'll bolt together. So it bolts together, it's 2 halves. There's the split this way, and then it's bolted to the back, and then this is the it locates off of the vise on the saw, which again you'll see in a little while, and then it you can adjust the length to dial in the length of the cut. These are the good cuts. These come out and they're done being cut. One thing also you'll notice with the texture is I bit the bullet and I bought a real tumbler. There's no room in the shop, so it's in the backyard, so I'll have to show you that another time, but it's a 2.5 inch or 2.5 cubic foot tub. You know, it's big, fairly big. It's but I love it. All this cuts tons of burrs. I didn't touch them with my hands. I threw them in there. Normally I do for an hour, and all those burrs are gone. It gives you a nice texture, and I think this is more durable than a raw. This has had hundreds of pieces in it already, and there's barely any wear on the inside or on the outside. So after they're cut, I just break these loose and pop them out. And then I drop in the drops. I put in the drops, and then those get cut. So also, the saw is accurate with cutting them at 45, but they do need to be sanded to smooth them up. And I'm using 180 grit now because it doesn't give me hardly any burr, so I don't have to go crazy. So this is like a Scotch-Brite ball, and that seems to do okay with getting rid of the burrs, because originally I was doing a stone, and I definitely can't do it by hand. It kills my hands. So I can spot check the, let's see, how did I have this? I can spot check the angle if I have to. That hasn't been a concern. What has been a concern is the sawed end. I'm using a 10-14 blade, so it's the 2 different pitches, 10 and 14, but I'm running it at high speed because the slow speed was just too slow. So it's a little rough, on the end. So I do it on the sander, and again, you'll see in a minute I'll go through the whole process. And the sander's right next to the saw, so it's very convenient. So I do have to check them all, make sure they're square. And then the length is 1 inch 500. So this one's 1 inch 496. Tolerance is plus or minus 20 thousandths. So, because of so tight in the shop, I have to move the camera. So I'll see you in a bit.